What is up, everybody out there in HeroClix land? This, once again, is Scott Porter, and we, once again, are here for another amazing unboxing of the new HeroClix organized play event, Civil War. We've opened 4 boosters so far. We've seen our fair share of anti-registration and pro-registration figures, all representing, of course, the comic book version of Civil War, not the film version. If you haven't been with us over the first 2 days, this is the 3rd video in our 4-video series of these unboxings. So go back a couple of days, watch the first video, watch the second video, and you will be caught up. Today we are going to do something special. I'm going to open these 2 boosters, then I'm going to show you 2 of the grand prize figures. But I'm just going to show you the sculpts, just going to take a look at their basic actual figure and dial. We're not going to get into in-depth with their card or anything like that. I want the suspense to ride all summer long as to what these figures really do until they kind of start getting released way off in the future in August. But right now, let's focus on the unboxing of these 2 boosters, and then at the end of today's unboxing, I will show you 2 of the sculpts for some of the grand prize packs that'll come in August. Anyway, alright, we've got boosters 5 and 6 today out of 8 boosters. Let's see who we pull. Alright, we'll start with our neutral. Our neutral today is Goldbug. I mean, it's always interesting in these huge event crossovers. They start pulling like D-level and C-level heroes and villains out to use them kind of as like cannon fodder. I believe that Goldbug was definitely cannon fodder. I think he met an unfortunate fate at the hands of the Punisher. I think that's why Cap and the Punisher stopped working together, if I remember correctly. Again, a decade ago. I'm trying to pull all this from the memory bank. Let's see. Our anti-registration figures, we got Daredevil one more time. And like I said, I don't think that's the Matt Murdock Daredevil. I think it was, I think Iron Fist was masquerading around as the Guardians of Hell's Kitchen there. And then we have, oh man, this sculpt is fantastic. We have another Falcon. And I know it seems like we've been getting a lot of Falcon lately, but anytime you get a sculpt like this, be happy. Now, everybody knows, Cap Falcon, who we have right now. We got to remember that these dials are going to represent these characters as they were 10 years ago during Civil War. So we're definitely going to take a look at his card. We have Bullseye, who is throwing, and if you could see the paint job, he's actually throwing playing cards. That's pretty cool. They try and step up the sculpts every single time they put out a new set. That's pretty neat. And then we have oh god, did somebody say cannon fodder? Yeah, we have Jester. Yeah, I think he died in a sewer. I think Jester died in a sewer, if I remember correctly. Everybody's like, who is killing all these people? It was the big mystery. Who did you think it was? It was Frank Castle. It was Frank Castle. Spoiler alert, folks. Once again, statute of limitations has passed on the 2006 major crossover event, Civil War. So, sorry if I'm ruining anyone's day. Oh, all right. I'm pretty excited about this, actually. Okay, we've got the anti-registration figures in this one. A new warrior that people have been clamoring for a while, Silhouette. She's got her crutches. We'll take a look at her card. We also have Cold Blood. Jeez Louise. They really... Oh, I lost him. I'll have to find him in a second. I'll show you guys a close-up of him. I dropped him. Sorry, Cold Blood. I'll get you in a second, brother. We have Cold Heart, who we've seen before. Okay. Then we have somebody I'm really excited about. We have Taskmaster. I'll definitely take a look at his card. And the last pro registration piece that we have, and the last piece we have in these 2 boosters, is of course She-Hulk. Good old Jennifer Walters herself. There you go. All right. Let me get Cold Blood up here and show you what he looks like. Sorry, guys. 1 second. Of course, he's way under the table. Okay. Oh. If anybody doubted whether or not these things are filmed live with no editing, well, there you go. They definitely are. There's Cold Blood, his little cyborg face. Another character I could not believe they pulled out of the old rubbish heap and made a part of the Civil War storyline. Okay, all right, let's see who we want to take a look at first. We got to take a look at Silhouette. Want to take a look at Taskmaster. We already saw Cold Heart. I'll leave Cold Blood out there for the imagination. You guys can pull him and take a look at him. Let's see who else we'll look at. We'll look at Falcon for sure. We'll look at Jester, and we'll take a look at Goldbug. I'll leave Bullseye and Daredevil out there. Keep you guys wanting more, I guess, I should say. We'll take a look at Goldbug first. Not much to him. Like a low-rent Doc Ock is his improved movement. He ignores hindering terrain. He also has the gold dust gun. If I remember correctly, this guy was he was a thief, and he always wanted to steal gold. I want to steal gold. It was like everything. He probably retired and started Cash for Gold. I think that's probably what he probably runs. Cash for Gold. Goldbug is probably the proprietor of the Cash for Gold. He's got the gold dust gun. Give Goldbug a ranged combat action. After actions resolve, you may choose to give an action token to all hit characters and all characters adjacent to them. If you do, heal those characters 1 click for each token placed on them. So he only has 1 target. He can have a ranged combat action. He can choose to give an action token to that hit character and all characters adjacent to them. If you do, heal those characters 1 click each for each action token on them. I don't know how that really works. It kind of is great for Goldbug because he never really did anybody any harm anyway. He's actually healing them. We'll take a look at Jester next. Some more cannon fodder. I think he died in the sewer. The Jester bots. Once per game, give Jester a free action to place adjacent 3 Jester... Oh, whoa. Give Jester a free action to place adjacent 3 Jester bot bystanders as described on this card. So, on the back, they know who makes them laugh. Jester bot bystander token. As long as a friendly character named Jester is on the map, this character's move action does not count against your action total. And I'll let you see what the stats are on that Jester bot there. See, they got sidestep with a 6 movement, 9 attack value. They got willpower. Okay, and then once per game, he can use a free action and place 3 of them adjacent to each other on the map. Pretty cool. I'm going to have to build some Jesterbot tokens. Let's take a look at Falcon next. Again, this Falcon just looks phenomenal. You can just see him flying. Just see him flying, right? All right. Falcon, Winged Marvel. He has Anti-Registration, Avengers, Heroes for Hire, and Shield. Jester had Assembly of Evil, by the way, Pro-Registration, and Thunderbolts, and Goldbug had Armor, Magia, and Scientist. Let's see. Falcon has a trait called Winged Marvel. Falcon can use super senses, but only against ranged attacks. He also has Dive Bombing. Falcon can use Charge. When he uses Charge, he automatically breaks away, and he may choose that his attack generates knockback. Pretty cool. No Red Wing on here, but still pretty cool. Super senses, but only against ranged attack. I think there was an old feat that gave you that ability. I cannot remember what the feat was called. I'm sure you guys out there all have it right off the top of your head. Let's look at Silhouette next. Silhouette, who is our next anti-registration character. She's coming in at 60 points. Anti-registration, martial artist, mystical, and new warriors. Shadow walk is her improved movement trait. She can ignore hindering terrain. She has traveling within the dark force. Give Silhouette a power action if she occupies hindering terrain, and you may choose an adjacent single-base friendly character of her size or smaller. Place her in another square of hindering terrain within 4 squares, then place the chosen character adjacent to her. Okay. Choose an adjacent single-base friendly character of her size or smaller. Place her in another square of hindering terrain within 4 squares, and place the chosen character adjacent. All right, so she teleports them with her as long as she can hop around through hindering terrain. She also has a special damage power called Shadow Warrior. Silhouette can use Exploit Weakness, Shape Change, and Giant Reach of 2. I guess that's for her use of the Dark Force, or maybe for use of her crutches, I suppose. Uses those as weapons. Last but not least, we have Taskmaster. Can't wait to see what craziness they do with him. I mean, the guy could do everything. Shield, bow, a sword. All right, let's see what they do with him. He rings in at 80 points. He's a minion of Doom wildcard. Let's see. He's got Hydra, Initiative, Martial Artist, Pro Registration, and Thunderbolts. He has a trait called I Took Out the Avengers Once, most of them at least. Give Taskmaster a free action and choose one of his combat values that is lower than the same combat value on one adjacent opposing character. Modify the chosen combat value by +1 until your next turn, until his dial is clicked. All right, pretty cool. Master of all moves is his other trait. At the beginning of your turn, you may turn Taskmaster's dial to another click. If you do, at the end of your turn, return him to the click he began on. And then the back of his card looks like this. Pretty much every single power. I mean, that's nutty. That's nutty. So, he's one of those wild dials. You can just kind of like fly through. His first click is Perplex and Stealth and Precision Strike. He's got one with Charge and Exploit Weakness. He's got one with Running Shot and Psychic Blast. He's got one with Sidestep and Outwit and Super Senses. He's got Leap Climb and Range Combat Expert and Energy Shield Deflection. And then he's got Flurry, Blades, Claws, Fangs, and Battle Fury. Those are his 6 clicks, and you can just kind of switch around at the beginning of your turn. All right. I'm super excited so far about what we're going to be able to play with and what teams you're going to be able to build. Looking at all these pieces, I think there's some synergy here. I love the even numbered point values on all the figures, so it's pretty cool what they have in the boosters. Now let's take a look at 2 of the grand prize pieces as promised. All right, which 2 do I want to go with? Okay, first guy I want to go with, big breakout star in the new Marvel Cinematic Universe. This sculpt is awesome for Black Panther. Look at that sculpt. He's coming out of the trees at you. That's super cool. He is, of course, part of the grand prize kits. Give you like a little glimpse at just his first click and dial. I'll let you guys guess at the rest. All right. The next one we'll take a look at. Let's see. Just because it was such a major moment in Civil War, I'm going to pull out our 3rd Spider-Man. This is the Unmasked Spider-Man, so it kind of represents that big moment when he took off his mask in front of the world and told him who he really was, as the first hero to kind of step up and take Tony's side. So it's pretty dope. All right, those are the 2 grand prize sculpts that I get to show off today. So please come back tomorrow to check out the 4th and final unboxing video, where we take a look at the other 2 boosters we have in the brick. We take a look at the support pack and 2 more of the grand prize figures. Thank you so much for watching. See you tomorrow. Until then, may all your rolls be critical hits.